some leaks in the back.
So,
To
all right, let me make a list and then I'll run it by him and get
yeah,
at least
well, we can talk about it in a couple of minutes.
Okay,
But I think this is the year to really look at it.
Okay.
Might have some money coming in, so.
And I got the lights underway. I gave Sarah the invoices. Did she tell you?
I saw something with the lights, and we can talk about it in a second. But I was wondering about it. Didn't have. It was just the village hall. It had nothing to do with.
No, the street lights. We're doing both.
Okay, I didn't see that in the. I didn't see that in the proposal.
Yeah, so that's the first one he got out to me,
Okay.
and then he had a question about the second one, but he's getting that one out to me too.
Okay.
So it's both.
Okay.
It's both. He had to go look at something and make sure he was right about it before he put his proposal in. So
Okay.
I'll.
All right. Let's
Next week we'll be able to.
Okay. Okay. So perfect. Please stand for the pledge. Right?
Yes.
Oh, this is the January 7th, 2026 reorg meeting of the Millbrook Village Board of Trustees. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Clerk Britt.
Yes, I did it already. Do you want to do the oath of office?
Yes.
All right.
Oh, yeah. So excited.
Would you like to do the oath of office?
Yes, would.
All right.
But I have to stand like that.
Yes,
Fine.
you do.
Yes,
Super official, but.
All right.
Yeah. Then you'll repeat after me. I then state your name.
I, Ted Briggs,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United
the
States
Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of
the duties of
village trustee.
village trustee. Okay.
You want to do roll call and I'll do mine?
Ted, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Glad to have you.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Mayor Doro,
Here.
Deputy Mayor Murphy,
Here.
Trustee Buckland,
Here.
Trustee Mawson,
Here.
and Trustee Briggs.
Here.
Okay, for a couple appointments, reappointments, we have Mark Villa, Chair of the ZBA. Mark, thanks for stepping up and willing to chair the helm there. So this will be a four-year appointment. What do we need to do? Just do this?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, and then we're also going to reappoint Doug Dundas, member of the planning board. He agreed to stay on as well. Trustee Murphy is going to be staying on as deputy mayor. We don't have to do it right now because I don't know if you're maybe ready, Julia, but I think there was some confusion about, I don't know if we did this already, all of the members of the Shade Tree.
Right, so there was definitely confusion because we don't have the sort of beginning dates for many of them. But again, most of them are willing to continue in their current roles. I mean, we meet, I can tell you when we meet again, we're sort of taking the winter off. But the members, there are 4 members now, possibly a 5th. We did put it on the website to invite anybody else who would like to join. There's been no movement on that front. I think it is, they are essentially 2-year appointments, but the issue is, I don't really remember, and most of them don't exactly remember when their first 2-year appointment began. So I think what we decided last time was we would sort of stagger them, so we would say, I think maybe Seal was the one person because essentially Tim appointed her. Right, she's the newest person, so she has a sort of a firmer date.
I went back and looked. I don't remember, and we would have done it at the board level. I don't remember ever voting on seal. So, and maybe there's a couple other people. I think for ease, I think just send me a list of everybody.
Okay, yep.
And I don't know at this point if we can stagger them because unless you know specifics.
Yeah, no, I
about
really
when
I really
worked,
don't. I really don't.
I think we just have to go from one.
So then if we're not gonna stagger them, can we just reappoint them?
Yeah.
And have the 2 years start essentially January 2026?
Let me just say who's on here now. Can we just do it now? Doesn't matter, right?
Now would be the time.
Best time.
Best time.
So you, Kevin, Eldar, Seal's not on here, but Seal 2.
Yep.
Okay, so we will appoint / reappoint Julia Buckland, Kevin McGrain, Eldar Shumanoff, and Seal Colopy to the Shade Tree Committee with 2-year terms beginning 1/7/2026.
Okay,
How's that sound?
great.
Okay. Doug, Mark, Deputy Mayor Murphy, and the Shade Tree Committee. Anything else that comes to mind for anybody else? I don't think so. These are appointments. Okay. So I'd like to have a motion to accept the appointments
I'll
listed
make that
above.
motion.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you.
Just for a second.
Nice.
Your first.
That's a good second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
I'll do Mark's.
Yep.
Okay.
You ready, Mark?
Yeah, for sure.
If you will raise your right hand and then repeat after me. I then state your name.
I, Mark Vila,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
I will support
the Constitution of the United
the
States
Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of
the duties of
ZBA Chair
ZBA Chair
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Okay, you're good.
Alright, awesome.
You just sign that, please.
Thank you.
I like these meetings.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Mark, thank you.
Alright, no problem.
I sent you that those training opportunities for some
Yeah.
of your colleagues. Just so everybody's aware, there's I think it's a 4-hour requirement that ZBA and planning board members undergo some continuing ed. New York State, NICOM, Cornell Cooperative, bunch of organizations offer webinars, in-person things. So keep your eye open for that, and please distribute them to your members.
Yeah, I forwarded it along.
No, I
There's
saw
some other
that.
links in there and stuff, so. Yeah.
Appreciate that. I think it's important to kind of keep abreast of new stuff going on.
Yes,
All
definitely.
right, Mark. Thanks for volunteering.
Mark.
Alright, no problem.
Thanks.
Thank
Have a
you.
great night.
Have a
Happy
good
New
night.
Year.
Thank you.
There's actually been some different boards in different municipalities I've seen that they've had issues that they didn't complete their training.
Yeah.
People have been taken off boards, so I don't know how strict those things are enforced, but I think it's just a good idea to probably do. Okay, moving right along. So I'm just going down this list, pretty much just a script for us tonight. As you know, Town of Washington, they help us out in a lot of different things regarding public works. They're going to continue to provide additional snow removal and highway support. We signed an agreement a couple years back, a shared services agreement with the Village of Rhinebeck for Justin Noyes to be here once a week. He's here on Fridays. He's our code enforcement officer. He's our deputy building inspector. He's our planning and zoning secretary, and he's our fire inspector as well. So Justin is here once a week. He also works for Rhinebeck the majority of the time, and he does once a week for the Village of Millerton as well. So Justin's great. You know, if you have any needs or anyone reaches out to you in regards to issues like this, you can come take a look, especially on Fridays when he's here in person. The official newspaper will continue to be the Poughkeepsie Journal. It's a daily. We're removing Millerton News as it is a weekly, and we would have to post all public hearing notices with them as well as the Poughkeepsie Journal. So we're just going to go with the Poughkeepsie Journal. Our official depository remains the Bank of Millbrook. Whereas the Board of Trustees has determined that Village Law 4-412, subsection 3, subsection 2 requires the designation of banks or trust companies for the deposit of village monies. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Trustees designates the Bank of Millbrook as the depository of all monies received by the village treasurer, clerk, receiver of taxes, and water and sewer bill managers. This resolution is effective immediately. In terms of designation of meetings, we're going to continue to meet the second and fourth, only if needed, Wednesday of each month, 6 p.m. here at the Village Hall. If there's any kind of larger meetings or anything like that, where we might need a firehouse, we can always meet there as well. Or Zoom virtual meetings if needed, which has never happened, and I don't foresee that happening. Special meetings may be called by myself or two trustees acting together. Notification to board members should be given through personal contact by the village clerk to ensure adequate notification is provided. For meetings scheduled with less than 1 week advance notice, the village clerk must notify the news media to the extent practicable, preferably by email to the Poughkeepsie Journal. Notice shall also be posted at the village hall, the village website, email sent through Blackboard and or the village website notification system. We post it at the town hall, the Millbrook Library, and the Millbrook Post Office. For special meetings with more than 1 week notice, the news media must be contacted as above with at least 72 hours notice, and notices shall be posted at the above listed locations with at least 72 hours notice. Meetings may be canceled by the mayor following the notification procedures listed above. Persons scheduled to be on the agenda of a canceled meeting shall also be notified to the extent practical by the village clerk. Excuse me. Rules of procedure. The mayor presides at all Board of Trustees meetings. In the mayor's absence, the deputy mayor presides. In their absence, the trustee with the most years of service will preside. Since you two have the most years, I'm not sure how that would get duked out, but
We'll phone wrestle.
that's
There you
perfect. First meeting of the month is designated as the business meeting and will include departmental reports. Minutes will be taken by the village clerk. It must include attendance, a record of communication presented to the board for consideration, all reports presented, and the outcome of voting. Minutes must also contain time of adjournment and the signature of the clerk. Each member of the Board of Trustees has one vote. The mayor may vote on any item but must vote in the case of a tie. A vote taken upon any question will be taken by yea or aye and nay. The agenda will be prepared by the mayor, and trustees may add agenda items before or during the course of a meeting with a motion and a second. The agenda will be prepared no later than by the Monday before the meeting and will be posted on the website that Monday. Motions may be made by any member of the board and require a second in order to be considered for a vote. As per state guidelines, in-person public participation will be at all village meetings as an agenda item as well as at the mayor's discretion. Speakers must be recognized by the presiding officer and must observe the commonly accepted rules of courtesy, decorum, dignity, and good taste. The rules of procedure may be reviewed and amended as needed throughout the course of the year. Amendments require a majority vote from the board. Advance notice of claims. Whereas the Board of Trustees has determined to authorize payment in advance of audit claims for public utility services, postage, public utilities, electric, cable, garbage, oil, diesel, medical premiums, copier leases, cell phones, credit cards, and monthly ambulance coverage. Whereas all such claims shall be presented at the next regular meeting for audit, and whereas the claimant and officer incurring or approving the same shall be jointly and severally liable for any amount the Board of Trustees disallow. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Trustees authorizes payment in advance of audit of claims for all of those claims I listed earlier, and all such claims shall be presented at the next regular meeting. and the claimant and officer incurring or approving the same shall be jointly and severally liable. This resolution shall take place immediately. All vendors must receive authority from the mayor or deputy mayor if any work performed on behalf of the village will result in additional labor charges. In addition, invoices for chemicals and materials purchased on behalf of the municipality must include the original invoices and item pricing. Mileage allowance. Whereas the Board of Trustees has determined to pay a fixed rate for mileage as reimbursement to village officers and employees who use their personal vehicles while performing their official duties, now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Trustees will approve reimbursements to such officers and employees at the IRS current standard rate per mile. This resolution shall start immediately. Attendance by any trustee or village official at annual training and conferences must be approved in advance by the Board of Trustees on an individual basis with as much notice for consideration as possible. Webinars and virtual trainings are considered and recognized acceptable forms of training. I'd like to have a motion to accept these resolutions and general procedures that I listed just now.
Make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, all the policies listed here are on the website. So the breach policy, civilian complaint procedure policy, which has actually been discontinued per our last meeting, the credit card policy, the computer backup policy, official undertaking procurement policy and quote form, which has been recently updated, the health emergency plan, I don't know why we still have that, the Shade Tree Commission bylaws, those are on the website, the employee handbook, the electronic devices and IT policies, the violence in the workplace policy, sexual harassment training, which is an annual training, must be completed by all staff and board members. This policy is on the website as well. The code of ethics. We will be filling out conflict of interest forms annually. So please fill those out when we do that and return them to the clerk.
For the next meeting.
Perfect. And the fund balance policy, which was introduced and approved in 2024. Any questions on any of these policies?
So the civilian complaint procedure, we updated that.
Right. So it's no longer, it's part of the police department's
Oh, okay.
handbook
Right.
and policy, so it's
Okay.
no longer part of this. So
Okay.
consider it basically deleted from
Okay.
that list. Any other questions about the policies? If you need a copy or anything like that, you can look on the website or just reach out to Sarah and she can help you with that. If there's no questions, I'd like to have a motion to accept the above mentioned policies.
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, let's see. We do have a couple of committees here in the village. The first one being the Code of Ethics. The Board of Ethics shall have the powers and duties prescribed by Article 18 of the General Municipal Law and any Code of Ethics adopted pursuant to such article under the rules and regulations as the board may prescribe. In addition, the Board of Ethics may make recommendations with respect to the drafting and adoption of a Code of Ethics or amendments thereto upon request of the board. Currently, the members are Trustee Buckland, Reverend Matt Calkins, and John Dukes, resident. I don't think this committee has
No, as far as I know, we have not met.
similarly has never met, just like the civilian complaint procedure policy.
I mean, I think it's good to have.
Yep.
And if there were ever a civilian complaint, would this be the group that then would sort of maybe hear that or become advocates?
Well, not a civilian complaint, but
No,
a
but if there were a thing,
I think if there was an ethical
right,
issue or question,
right.
I think that board would.
So for
I think
example,
we
if
would.
something, again, purely hypothetical, something happens, somebody comes forward with a sexual harassment claim, right? This would be the group that would sort of intervene in that, or do you see it as basically being that a board that sort of generates again, where it says earlier, it talks about how, we expect people to behave in a proper manner and that sort of thing to establish.
And excuse my ignorance exactly what this committee would do, but in terms of what's listed right here, the
Yeah.
Board of Ethics may make recommendations with respect to the drafting and adoption of a code. So we do have a code. So I think any changes, any amendments to that code, that board would make recommendations for.
So, the general municipal law and code of ethics.
I don't know exactly what's in
Right, so
Article
where,
18.
so it sounds like I should probably take a look at Article 18 and figure out what this is. Sarah, how do I access Article 18 of the general municipal law and
You could probably just honestly Google it.
Google it?
Yeah, yeah.
Is that Article 18 of the state constitution then?
Yeah.
It's, okay,
It would be a
okay,
new Let
okay.
me just see if I can bring it up real quick.
Yeah.
Give us the
It
sense
might
of
even be
things.
on our policy.
You know, I just wasn't sure if it was,
That's how often you meet.
a local ordinance or whether, it doesn't.
So it's the principal state statute governing conflicts of interest on the part of municipal officers and employees. An understanding of Article 18 is important because violations of the statute can result in civil and criminal sanctions, undermine public confidence in local government administration, and damage reputations. So, in terms of like pure conflicts, right, it would be, an example would be, if you had a business, Julia, that had some big village contract or something. and you
Right,
were
so if
going
I
to
owned a
do
painting
this.
company and we're gonna paint the village hall, that would
Right.
be an issue, okay,
Right.
yeah, alright. So it's basically, it's a watchdog group that is engaged as needed. But generally, we don't have to meet because we don't have issues.
And we fill out a form which details any conflicts we may have.
Right, we as board members, right,
Correct.
right.
So, Deputy Mayor Murphy, his family owns
Yeah.
a excavation company. They've
Yeah.
done work for the village.
Yeah.
They don't get, no bid contracts or
Right,
anything
no
like that.
preferential treatment or
He doesn't
that, yeah.
vote on anything
Right.
that would affect him. To my knowledge, I think he's probably the only one that actually has anything to fill out
Right,
Yeah.
on that form. But that's what they're getting at, something like that.
gotcha, okay, good, that's very helpful.
Okay, so turning the page, we're not turning the page quite yet, but the Shade Tree Commission,
Yeah.
the general responsibilities of the Shade Tree Commission members are to serve in an advisory capacity to the village board, to assist village highway superintendent Kelly in management of the tree inventory, to plan and conduct Arbor Day activities, and to participate in special projects such as tree planting. So all the members actually are listed here. I don't know if we have to include Supervisor Kelly in that appointment as well. But I'd like to have a motion to acknowledge the above mentioned committees and the committee members.
Motion made?
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, so committee's done. Fees. Building department fees. The fee schedule for the building department was approved a couple years ago. It was amended last year. That is online. Short-term rentals, Airbnbs. These applications are valid for 2 years. Online application submissions receive a 10% discount for year one. For year one for an STR, there's a $500 fee, which includes the fire inspection. That fee is due with the application submission. Subsequent years, year two, is $500 plus the fire inspection fee. Fee should be paid within 365 days of the approved application. Water and sewer rates. These were updated in the 2023-24 budget meeting. And those are listed as well online. VRI, as you know, is designated as the water superintendent, the superintendent of sewers, and whenever referenced in the village code, they're basically our water and sewer outsourced third-party administrator. We do have a meter fee here in the village. That was updated last year at $25 per quarter. Current water rates for village residents are $7.50. and $10.86 for town, and $11.50 for sewer for the village, and $11.50 for the town as well. And these are per 1,000 gallons of consumption. There are some unmetered sewer customers, mostly in the town. We approved a $12.15 quarter increase for a $68 total bill and some change, starting a couple of years ago in July 2023. And an additional $12.15 quarter increase for a total bill of $81 a quarter, starting with the July 2024 bill. The SBA, the Sewer Benefit Assessment. This is a pot of money that is split between all properties connected to the sewer system. SBA amounts are reviewed and determined annually during budget time. The town's portion of that is $11,500. Water and sewer connections currently, these are $500 for water and sewer. This goes back to 2021. It's something we might want to think about maybe increasing. Keep that in mind. We require a escrow.
So if you needed to put in a new water or sewer line, it's to connect to the village water or sewer, it costs you $1,000 to connect the water and sewer line.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's new, yeah.
New.
Yeah, new.
If you were to update.
Like a new
it,
bill,
yeah.
not like you want a new
A
line.
new line, you wouldn't have to.
So what if I,
So if your house and line already exists. And you
exist,
wanna
but what if I was
replace the
gonna
line,
put, like, because I am eventually probably gonna turn my garage into, like
That'd be new.
that would be new, so that'd be a separate line.
A mother-daughter or something like that.
You're the expert.
I would assume
If it's like
mother-daughter.
connected to your current system,
Yeah.
then it wouldn't be. But if it was like
Brand new from.
It's like a
Brand new
total
line.
new
Yeah,
from the
no,
street.
So it's,
Street.
but that was my question, so
Lateral.
this is basically for any new build?
correct.
Yes.
Do we have any new build going on in the village? Really?
There's one on
Maple. Maple's got a few actually
Okay.
going up. Not this Maple, isn't it Maple over in South Millbrook?
Oh, well, that's a town.
Yeah, but the sewer's connected.
Yeah, they're connected.
They're connected to sewer.
But they didn't have to pay because they were already connected.
Gotcha, that's right. Skips ferry to that.
There's a total new build on 9 partners.
Their partners, yeah.
There's no sewer up there, so
Just
that's
water.
irrelevant. But they're probably on village water.
Yeah, no, I'm just wondering, it's just, like, how much?
Not many.
Not many.
It's
No.
not.
Right, okay, interesting.
I believe though, if you're gonna put a building permit in, like
Yeah.
Ken will say, oh, you're gonna need blah, 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 and like he'll direct you. and
Right,
then
what you
Scott will
need,
reach out.
right, yeah.
Or whoever,
Yeah.
yeah, they'll let you know.
So in those rare circumstances, there is a $5,000 escrow required to cover village-related and VRI-related inspection fees, engineering fees, and administrative fees. Each application requires a stamped Dutchess County Health Department approved site plan. Filming fees. There's been some filming here over the years. That will be based on the scope of the project. Violation fees, brush pickup fees will be determined on site by Ethan. And leaf pickup fees will be determined on site by Ethan as well. I don't think we've ever really enforced this or actually charged fees to people. Hopefully we won't have to, but it's something we can do if needed. I'd like to have a motion to accept and implement the above
Make that
mentioned
motion.
fees. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Alright,
Alright.
Thank you. All right, in regards to closing the fiscal year, all invoices to be honored and paid by July 2026 for the fiscal year 25-26. Basically, the sooner we get those invoices in, the better, and we can complete the annual financial report in a timelier manner. And I know Deputy Clerk Zico and Clerk Witt appreciates all invoices from the various departments to be, kind of come in the office in a timely manner. On page 5, you'll see a list of all paid village employees, elected officials, and then mostly employees here. Some potential projects in 2026 as well: sidewalks, wastewater treatment plant, village hall, which we'll discuss, a community garden here at the village hall as well. In discussion, And that's pretty much it for our official reorg agenda. Any questions or anything before, well, should we do the bans?
Oh, yeah.
Any questions on any of that?
Nope.
Alright, so we do have 2 bond anticipation renewal note resolutions to get through as well. These expired in, you should have a couple in front of you. These expired in December of last month. Some are for the water plant, which was completed a number of years ago, which we're still paying off. Were they both for water?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything, you probably know a little bit more than I do about these.
Yeah, so we took a $1.8 million bond resolution out, but we didn't take that amount of money. So we borrowed against that one time $500,000, and then a year later we had to do another $200,000. So those are the bans we pay, and we're only paying interest in them right now. So we can roll over the $500,000 or $550,000 ban one more year, and then potentially the $200,000 ban another 2 years. So 27 is that's when this one's due. When they're up, we have to either pay them or convert them to a bond. So when that time comes due, we can discuss. We'll solicit banks. We'll get rates and see what our best options are. So they're both water. In 2026 December, we have our bedrock bond that will be paid off. So essentially the $550,000 one will take the place of that in the following year. Just to note.
So rolling these over on an annual basis is usually a good move if we're able to. So that's why we continue to do that. Once the bedrock bond gets paid off, we can, that'll free up some money to continue paying these off, in a bond form as well.
More of the principal
Yeah.
rather than just the,
Yeah, there'll be a principal and interest payment, and depending on if we want to do 10 or 15 years or whatever, however we go out, that's what we'll know what the principal is. And so this basically just follows the bands we took out and rolled over. And again, the one was we did the one that's gonna come up in 2026, that's the $550,000 one, and then the $200,000 one we had to do a year later.
So I will start with the $200,000 ban. So this resolution authorizes the issuance of a $200,000 ban of the Village of Millbrook pursuant to local finance law for the purpose of financing the improvement and upgrade to the water system capital improvement plan in and for the Village of Millbrook. I'm not going to read all of that. This goes back to May of 2018. We have rolled this over a number of times. The faith and credit of the Village of Millbrook are hereby pledged for the payment of the principal of and interest of the ban, and this resolution shall take effect immediately. I think we should do a roll call vote on this. Clerk Witt.
Mayor Doro?
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Murphy?
Aye.
Trustee Buckland?
Aye.
Trustee Mawson?
Aye.
Trustee Briggs?
All right, thank you. Moving on to the $550,000 ban note of the Village of Millbrook pursuant to local finance law for the purpose of financing the improvement and upgrade of the water system capital improvement plan in and for the Village of Millbrook. Again, going back to May 2018. This has also been renewed a number of times since then. This ban will mature on December 17th, 2026. The faith and credit of the Village of Millbrook are hereby pledged for the payment of the principal of and interest of the bond anticipation renewal note. And this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Mayor Doro,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Murphy,
Aye.
Trustee Buckland,
Aye.
Trustee Monson,
Aye.
and Trustee Briggs.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. The Bank of Millbrook, and thank you as well.
Yes, sir.
So that concludes our reorg meeting. I will make a motion to,
Do you wanna do the NBA?
yeah, we can do it in an executive session.
Alright.
I'd like to make a motion to enter an executive session. Do I have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, so a couple